Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kevin Owens is all set to challenge Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at Royal Rumble 2025. Given his current character, he could use a former ally to pick up the victory over 2 months ago. Kevin Owens hit his former friend Randy Orton with a brutal piledriver when the latter tried to defend Cody Rhodes. He then challenged for the undisputed WWE Championship at Saturday night's main event in December 2024. After losing, he hit his opponent with a ferocious piledriver, taking the rivalry to the next level. The two will now battle in a ladder match at WWE Royal Rumble 2025. To settle the heat to finally become the world champion. The prizefighter could use the help of his former tag team partner Seth Rollins, who also seemingly hates Cody Rhodes for teaming up with Roman Reigns. For those who might have forgotten, Owens and Rollins were buddies in 2021-22 and even challenged for the Raw Tag Team Championship 3 years ago. In March 2022, the duo could reunite to take down the American Nightmare, who betrayed them by teaming up with their arch-nemesis Roman Reigns. If it happens, it will mean a major heel turn for Seth Rollins, which was also teased on the latest edition of WWE Raw. Imagine if Drew McIntyre later joined this alliance too. While this scenario sounds interesting and could build toward a WrestleMania 41 match, it should be noted that it is just speculation for now and nothing is confirmed. Nick Aldis revealed he has an addendum related to the upcoming ladder match at WWE Royal Rumble 2025, which means an additional twist is already planned. The addendum will be revealed when the two sign a contract at Saturday night's main event, moderated by the legendary Shawn Michaels. The addendum could reveal that after months in recovery, Randy Orton will return at Royal Rumble, to be added to Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE Championship match. Another huge twist could be Kevin Owens winning the match with the help of Drew McIntyre, who distracted Cody on a recent WWE SmackDown episode for Kevin to take advantage. Fans could also see Shawn Michaels getting involved in the bout in some capacity. Tons of possibilities, but the truth will reveal itself on February 1. Chapter 1: The Seeds of Dissension. The bright lights of the WWE ring have always been a beacon for the most electrifying moments in sports entertainment. But for Kevin Owens, those lights were always just as much about the fight as they were about the spotlight. Over the past few years, Owens had battled through some of the toughest opponents WWE had to offer. But for all the accolades and victories, something had always been missing. And that missing piece was the partnership he'd once had with a man who, like Owens, was an outcast. A man who didn't always play by the rules but always got the job done, his former tag team partner. But that was then, and the bond between Kevin Owens and his partner had long been broken, severed in a moment of betrayal and ambition that left a lasting scar on both men. Time had passed. The wounds had somewhat healed, and yet the thoughts of what could have been never truly left Owens' mind. Cody Rhodes, meanwhile, had blossomed in his own right. After breaking free from the constraints of his past and his family name, Rhodes had risen to become one of the most popular and respected superstars in WWE. He was the embodiment of a hero, a man who fought for justice, who stood against the establishment, and who had quickly become the face of WWE's future. But Owens couldn't help but feel an intense, almost bitter jealousy toward Cody's meteoric rise. Owens had spent years busting his back, fighting tooth and nail, yet it seemed like Rhodes had everything handed to him on a silver platter. Chapter 2: A Dangerous Proposition. It was during a backstage conversation with an old ally, a man who knew Owens better than almost anyone, that the seeds for a potential reunion were planted. "You've got to face the fact, Kev," the man said, his tone more serious than Owens was used to. "Rhodes is on a mission and he's making moves. He's got the crowd, he's got the respect, but he's got something you don't, the backing of the company. He's playing the game better than you, but you're no slouch and you know it." Owens knew this all too well. For years he had lived in the shadows of WWE's brightest stars, constantly overlooked in favor of people who played by the company's rules. He didn't care for that. He never had. But now, he saw a different way forward. Maybe it was time to stop fighting alone. Maybe, just maybe, it was time to call on the one person who knew him as well as he knew himself, the one person who could stand with him in a way that no one else could. Chapter 3: The Reunion. The plan was simple: take down Cody Rhodes. Owens knew that in order to do so, he'd need the assistance of his former partner, the man who had once stood by him when no one else would. The two had been a well-oiled machine in the tag team division, tearing through opponents with ease. But one mistake, one misstep, had turned them against each other, sending them spiraling down separate paths. It wasn't until a chance encounter backstage that Owens decided to make the first move. He found his old partner in the locker room, sitting alone, the light of his phone illuminating his face as he scrolled through social media. "Long time no see," Owens said, his voice carrying a hint of both familiarity and tension. The other man didn't immediately look up, but after a moment, he raised his head. "What do you want, Owens?" His tone was measured. Guarded Owens could feel the weight of the years between them. But he wasn't here for small talk. "I'm not here to apologize for what happened," Owens said bluntly. "I'm not here to make things right, but I am here with a proposition. I want to take down Cody Rhodes, and I need your help to do it." The words hung in the air. The history between them, the pain of betrayal, and the question of whether they could work together again all surged to the forefront finally. After what felt like an eternity, Owens' former partner nodded. "You've got a point. Rhodes has been running this place for far too long. He's got everything everyone wants, the spotlight, the opportunities, but if we're going to take him down, we're going to need to be smarter than ever before." Owens grinned. "I don't want to just take him down. I want to break him. I want to show him that no one is untouchable." The deal was made. The alliance, once broken, was now reforged. Chapter 4: The Tactics of Destruction. Owens and his partner knew they couldn't just charge in and attack Cody head-on. They had to play the long game. They would have to outthink him, outsmart him, and exploit every single weakness. Their first step was simple: destabilize Rhodes' allies. The best way to break someone is to isolate them, make them doubt everyone around them. Owens knew how to push buttons, and his partner knew how to manipulate people. Together, they planted seeds of doubt in Rhodes' closest confidants, making it seem as though Rhodes had grown arrogant, careless with his friendships, and blind to the loyalties of those around him. But the real masterstroke came when they infiltrated one of Rhodes' major matches, inserting themselves into the storyline in a way no one saw coming. At the height of Cody's success, when it seemed he was untouchable, Owens and his partner struck, delivering a devastating blow that sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. Rhodes, blindsided by the sudden betrayal, fell to the ground, the crowd erupting in confusion and disbelief. Chapter 5: The Fallout. As the weeks went by, Owens and his partner continued to dismantle Rhodes' empire. Every match, every backstage interaction, every interview, nothing was safe from their sabotage. They knew how to play the game better than anyone, using every trick in the book to send a message, and yet, Rhodes didn't back down. In fact, he grew more determined. He knew that this wasn't just a battle for his championship or his position, this was a fight for his legacy. But as the days passed, Rhodes found himself questioning everything. Who could he trust? How much of his rise had been earned, and how much had been granted by those pulling the strings behind the scenes? As Rhodes struggled to regain control, Owens and his partner's plan moved into its final phase, a showdown, one final match that would decide it all. Rhodes was no longer just a target, he was a symbol of everything Owens despised, the entitled, the perfect image of what the company wanted. And Owens wasn't going to stop until he proved that no one, not even Cody Rhodes, was untouchable. Chapter 6: The Final Confrontation. The night of the match arrived. The arena was buzzing with anticipation. Fans were divided, cheering for their hero Cody Rhodes, while others whispered about the rebellion that was brewing behind the scenes. Rhodes made his entrance first, his theme song blaring through the speakers as he soaked in the adoration of the crowd. But there was something different in his eyes now, a look of weariness, of a man who had been pushed to the edge. He knew this wasn't just another match. This was the culmination of everything that had been building for months. Then, the lights went out when they flickered back on. Owens and his partner were standing in the ring, eyes locked on their adversary. The tension in the air was palpable. This wasn't just about winning or losing. This was about sending a message. The bell rang, and the match began. Owens and his partner, working together with the fluidity of old, took control of the match early. Every move, every strike, every counterattack seemed calculated to wear Rhodes down, to break his spirit as much as his body, but Rhodes wasn't going to give up without a fight. He fought back with everything he had, his resilience shining through as he battled both men at once. The crowd rallied behind him, chanting his name, urging him on. However, Owens and his partner were relentless. As the match wore on, it became clear that this wasn't just about winning, it was about proving a point. And that point was simple. No one, not even Cody Rhodes, was safe in the final moments. Owens delivered a devastating pop-up powerbomb to Rhodes, the impact echoing through the arena. Rhodes crumpled to the mat, unable to get up. His once invincible aura was shattered, and the crowd went silent in stunned disbelief. Chapter 7: The Aftermath. As Owens and his partner stood victorious in the ring, the reality of what they had accomplished began to sink in. They hadn't just taken down Cody Rhodes, they had taken down the very idea that anyone, no matter how good they seemed, was untouchable. They had proved that the rules of WWE were theirs to rewrite, but for Owens, the victory was bittersweet. He had regained the power and respect he had once lost, but at a cost. His alliance with his former partner had reminded him of the strength they shared, but it also reminded him of the distance between them that could never truly be bridged in the end. It wasn't just about winning the fight, it was about showing the world that in WWE, anything could happen. And for Kevin Owens, that meant rewriting the narrative, one victory at a time. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.